Now, unlike other smartphone manufacturers, Wiko has always given very interesting names for its products, especially on its wide-range entry-level smartphones. This is the Wiko Harry, which is technically the company's first ever entry-level 4G smartphone with 3GB of RAM. I'm Warren for KLGadgetTV, and this is my full review of the Wiko Harry. The Harry is Wiko's latest entry-level smartphone, and this is the very first entry-level handset that the French phone maker has finally given 4G connectivity. Better late than never. The Harry has been my daily driver for the past 2 weeks, and I really like the phone's design, which Wiko has certainly done well in this aspect. The phone's micro USB port and headphone jack are located at the top, which doesn't block my hands while using and charging. The removable metal back cover disguises the phone so well that you might be tricked into thinking this is a full metal smartphone. On top of that, the phone has a rather satisfying weight that I kind of like when I hold it on my hand. It doesn't feel too slippery as well, and Wiko is kind enough to provide a TPU case out of the box if you are worried about dropping it. However, what the Harry really turns me off is the dated processor that Wiko has been using for almost a year on its other handsets. Even though you get a pretty good 3GB of RAM and 60GB of storage, the 2500 mAh battery is also something that you shouldn't be seeing on the 2017 device. If you choose what to dismiss what's under the hood, then the Harry should satisfy you with its bright 5-inch 720p display and updated software. And speaking of the display, it is only very bright indoors, but not under direct sunlight. The Harry is one of the very few entry-level Android smartphones that runs Android Nougat out of the box. The experience isn't too different from other Wiko smartphones, as you still get the paginated app's home screen. There's a lot of unused space, which causes a lot of scrolling on the home screen should your number of apps increases. And Wiko's software doesn't have an option for resizing the grid. As for me, I prefer my home screen to be clean with some useful widgets, which is why I have been using a custom launcher all this while. As for Harry's performance, I experienced a slightly better performance than its other siblings, all thanks to the increased amount of RAM. I still experience lags after using for some time, but it does fine as an entry-level device. Fortunately, there wasn't any annoying force closes on the apps. The Harry is still able to do some decent bit of gaming if you turn off graphics effects, and on the other hand, the phone does get pretty warm after some time. The Wiko Harry's main 13-megapixel camera isn't extraordinary, and you shouldn't expect it to perform well either. Photos taken outdoors are either overexposed or washed out. Focusing is also an issue, as you can see some soft spots on the camera samples. It's still pretty usable in good lighting conditions, but definitely not one that you should use as a road trip camera. The 5-megapixel selfie shooter works fine, but not impressive. With a 2500 mAh battery, Harry will require a charge in the middle of a working day. The battery is fortunately removable so that you can purchase a spare if you don't have the patience to get it fully charged. As for network performance, Harry does fine is staying connected on 4G networks, and my callers have been experiencing great call quality from my side. For the price of 599 ringgit, it is really difficult to recommend the Wiko Harry to anyone because its hardware internal shares pretty much the same like the rest of the Wiko devices. And furthermore, for the same price, you could actually purchase its higher-end brother, the Go, which offers a larger battery and a front-facing selfie flash, and last but not the least, a fingerprint scanner, although it only has 2GB of RAM. Top up an extra 200 ringgit. You will then be able to get the Fuel Fab, which has a great camera, battery life, and offers surprisingly good performance. The Wiko Harry is merely a stylish smartphone that appeals to those who isn't too particular about features and performance. And since design is a really subjective matter, Wiko needs more than just price cuts to make this an attractive smartphone. What do you think about the Wiko Harry? Tell us more in the comments section, and remember to subscribe to KLGadgetTV and follow us on the usual social places. I'm Warren with KLGadgetTV, and I'll see you soon in our next video.